hosted last year's Space Apps at the same place here at Cyprus University of Technology. We had nominated 3 teams for the International Space Apps Challenge, and one of those teams managed to get an international award among hundreds of other projects, almost 1,000 projects around the world. This team is here. It's Team ArachnoBeeA, sitting right here in front.
The idea is about creating an assistant for the astronauts on board the International Space Station, and it started from creation of a friendly drone to a completely autonomous butler that can be used anywhere, that can incorporate different technological algorithms and be as helpful as it can be on board. And that is going to pick up items of 2 kilos of mass.
The same team we participated 3 years ago in another competition in Cyprus. We won first prize back then. So we saw that we have huge potential, and this year we wanted to come with a better idea.
I'm in the propellers.
The idea came just sitting, at the pub one night before going to a competition. We all brainstorm and try to put ideas on a piece of paper and see what we can achieve in such a short period.
I received an email some 2 days ago from the NASA competition that was here. Yeah. Okay. This year they are doing it again. So I think I have an idea. I think you're gonna like it. That's why I called you guys, because I need mechanical engineer, I need someone who knows with artificial intelligence, someone who knows with avionics, someone who can help me with production, who can help me with a lot of other stuff. I also found 5 guys in Serbia. They are my friends, they're good engineers. Some of them are electronics engineers, some of them are telecommunication engineers. Also, I have another mechanical engineer, and I have a designer. So I brought you guys all together so we can actually see if we can do something with this.
The brainiac of the team was Aleksandar. He's the one who has out-of-the-box ideas. So the moment he told us about his idea, we were like very skeptical. We didn't know, okay, maybe we cannot do it, it's too complicated. But then we started to think about it, and his idea was actually very, very ingenious.
He is a really good person, and he is good leader, and when he proposes something, it looks like fun always.
Εγώ λόγω του ότι αρέσκει μου να δημιουργώ πράγματα είτε σε μορφή ζωγραφικής, είτε κατασκευής, είτε οτιδήποτε έχει σχέση με δημιουργία, κατέληξα να αγοράσω ένα laser cutter, το οποίο βοήθησε να ανακαλύψω καινούργια πράγματα για τον εαυτό μου και πλευράς δημιουργίας. Στην ομάδα κατέληξα λόγω του είμαστε συναδέλφοι με τα υπόλοιπα παιδιά και έχω το μηχάνημα και τη γνώση για να μπορέσουμε να κατασκευάσουμε. Έτσι, εγώ ασχολήθηκα παραπάνω με το κομμάτι της κατασκευής του πρωτότυπου που χρησιμοποιήσαμε και της συναρμολόγησης. Και το υπόλοιπο κομμάτι ήταν καθαρά inputs και ιδέες.
I was in charge of the drone and the avionics. I like to build drones myself. I build several drones. I like to fly them. I know all about technical details of drones and electronics, and also the robotic arm.
Το δικό μου contribution στο project του Don είναι ότι πρόσθεσα άκρα στο drone που σχεδιάσαμε. Σχεδιάσα το ρομποτικό χέρι και επίσης βοήθησα στην κατασκευή του.
In less than one day, we actually built robotic hand. We used design for a drone that Adrian already had, and we were ready to actually show something working to NASA judges.
This drone, it should recognize all the objects that present on space station. So we decided it would be good to do it through video. So drone has a video camera. While camera filming, in the same moment, in real time, we should process this video and try to recognize all the objects on station. Yeah, my part was to create this procedure of recognition objects and moving drone exact to position of this object.
How can we name this part of the...
But it's not only spider. I mean,
It's not only spider, but look, it has to have both the flying part and the spider part in the name.
flying and walking. So
It's like a bee.
That's right, man.
It's fine.
It's like a bee.
So-
Think about it, please.
of bee,
Okay.
The
So-
bee can walk and also fly.
Yeah, but we need spider and a bee
Okay.
in the same word.
Okay.
So, how
uh,
can we do it?
spider?
Thank you.
I think
Guys, spider in Greek is arachne.
arachno.
Okay. How do you write?
Do you know anything?
C-H-N-I. Arachne.
Arachne.
Yeah.
That's
Something like that.
Arachne. Arachno-bee. Arachno.
no V.
Wait.
Phobia. Phobia. Arachnophobia. It can sound even
The same as.
more melodic. Yeah.
Okay,
Arachno.
sounds cool.
Bee. Ah,
ArachnoBeeA's.
you like it? Yeah. Like
you say like a
arachnophobia.
bee, like a
yeah.
bee, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You like
combines
it?
both.
You like
I
it?
think it's a good idea.
Found
Sold?
the name.
Yeah. Sold.
Cheers, guys.
That's it.
To us.
Η ομάδα, παρόλο που αποτελείται από άτομα διαφορετικών εθνικότητων, με εντελώς διαφορετικό background, με διαφορετική κουλτούρα, ήταν εντυπωσιακό το πώς έρχονταν όλοι μαζί και δένονταν σαν μία ομάδα. Είναι κάτι το οποίο δίνει μας έναν διαφορετικό αέρα, έναν αέρα διεθνούς συνεργασίας, ο οποίος είναι απαραίτητος ειδικά στον τομέα διαστήματος, έτσι ώστε να προχωρήσει ο τομέας παρακάτω. Με την ομάδα είχαμε πάρα πολλά καλή σχέση, συνεργασία εξ αρχής. Είναι εξαιρετικοί στον τομέα τους, σε εκείνο που κάνουν. Και θεωρώ ότι είναι τιμή μας που επιλέξαν την Κύπρο σαν βάση τους για να μπορέσουν να πραγματοποιήσουν τις τεχνολογικές ιδέες που έχουν στο μυαλό τους.
Η ομάδα έχει μια γυναίκα, τη Visnja, αλλά στείλει το κλίμα της ομάδας.
So I was encouraged to get on board because Alex thought I felt down at that point of my professional life. So yeah, he pursued that, and I ended up in the crew. And we didn't switch the roles, but I was also the fuel when we were running out of it, because I was doing the things that they didn't feel maybe comfortable with, doing the communication, and like bringing us to ups when we fell downs. Because at that point there were plenty of things that needed to be done work-wise. Alex was in charge of that. He also needed to get in touch with the other guys from Cyprus. So he was scattered all around, whereas we were in the same flat, collecting ourselves every day and gathering. So I was on that side, communicating and bringing up good ideas?
I was working on the general idea, on the concept, with my brother. We were discussing what should we implement and what should we focus on, and I was working on control of the servo motors because I'm an electronic engineer, and that's the thing.
Well, it was his brother, and he contacted us via Skype, and he said, I have something really special to tell you, and it's a secret right now, but I will tell you in 2 days. I have some really special top secret project for you. And he's always like that, dramatic really, as his brother. And after 2 or 3 days he said, there is a NASA competition in Cyprus, I want you people to participate. And he said, I contacted Visnja, she said okay, she'll be part of the team. And it is the most exciting thing I was the part of in my life. My role was to develop idea of sensors for drone, and it was a pretty wide field because I had to choose some sensors which are very good for the International Space Station, for that environment which is totally different from the Earth. So we decided to choose ultrasound sensors and some small cheap cameras. And basically we came to this idea. Ultrasensors were ears and cameras were the eyes for the drone.
My task was to create a 3D model of a drone, so Mihailo could put it in animation.
We started working on the project maybe 10 days before the final competition, before the presentation on Cyprus. We had some problems with animation, and we found Mihailo, which did animation only 2 nights before the final presentation. So it was really a really tight schedule. All those ideas flying inside the room, Ljuba talking about his ideas, Aleksandar about his, and it was really like brainstorm in that period.
If the people that are working together have a chemistry and the will to work together, it doesn't matter. They can be stretched all over the world and they will still finish the job. If they are together and they hate each other, it will never go.
We were engineers mostly, and all of us are really egoists, I can say, and none of us want to admit that he's not right, that he is wrong. And it was really, we spent a lot of energy persuading each other in our ideas.
But there wasn't any punching?
Not punching, because we used Skype and we couldn't punch monitor or display, it is very expensive.
There was this morning when I came very tired, and Ljuba was in the flat with the blinds down and nobody was awake. I'm like, what are we doing today? And then he said, I've got a brilliant idea I need to discuss with you, but you are going to be the one who's going to present that to Alex. I'm like, you okay, let's just discuss that between ourselves. No, this is a brilliant idea, way different than the one we started with. And I was trying to bring that to Alex, but it didn't work.
Prednost mreže je koja? Ajde, jedna krucijalna prednost. Možeš da transportuješ više odvojenih objekata od jednog.
A tebe to ne interesuje, bre, pa stavi 2 ruke, 3 ruke, 5...
A što bi dodavao 3 ruke, komplikuješ robote i komplikuješ stepene slobode, komplikuješ hardware, komplikuješ software za kontrolu, jer on ne kontroliše 1 ruku, nego kontroliše 5 ruku, dovoljno ti u suštini 1 ruka i...
To poenta, čoveče Bože, aman, znači poenta je u tome da se transportuje jedan objekat.
Dobro, ljudi,
interesuje.
Ajde sad ovako, ajde. Za sad
Ništa,
odustajemo od ove ideje, polako, znači sad ćemo malo da sredimo strasti. Da završimo sa razgovorom pa ćemo da se javimo za 15 minuta. Može tako?
I was woke up several times with people yelling inside the apartment. I didn't need alarm on my telephone because I woke up at 7 or 8 with Visnja and Ljuba yelling at Alex and Alex yelling at them. And it was
a lot of ideas that actually were practical in space. We thought in that direction in that way.
I even think about not using drone at all. We thought about some small robot which will use propulsion instead of rotors. We even think about that idea. Ljuba had idea about some insect robot which will jump from wall to wall, not using blades, because in space you don't need so much energy because it is low gravity. So it was really confusing, and eventually we stopped and said we are going to use drone model, and we continued using drone until the end.
Evo ga zove Aleksandar. Opet ovaj.
Pričaj, šta se dešava?
Narode,
Ajde, šefe.
gde je Gacic, on tamo, a?
Evo sad će... Gaciću!
Ajde.
Dođe.
Treba da sednete.
Evo, sad smo svi tu.
And all of a sudden, we like went all the way from the competitors to the finalists and then got rewarded.
Για το 2015 είχαμε μία από τις πιο πετυχημένες μας χρονιές. Είχαμε συμμετέχοντες γύρω στα 140 άτομα. Είχαμε 11 ομάδες, οι οποίες συμμετείχαν. Κάθε ομάδα ανέλαβε διαφορετικό challenge. Σύμφωνα με τους όρους του διαγωνισμού ανακηρύχθηκαν 3 νικητές. Συγκεκριμένα 2 ομάδες ανακηρύχθηκαν νικητές από την κριτική μας επιτροπή, που αποτελούνταν από ειδικούς του χώρου, όχι μόνο της βιομηχανίας και του διαστήματος στην Κύπρο, αλλά και από ακαδημαϊκούς του Τεχνολογικού Πανεπιστημίου Κύπρου. Και ένας νικητής προέκυψε από ψηφοφορία του κοινού. Οι 3 ομάδες μετά προωθηθήκαν στο διεθνή διαγωνισμό και εν τέλει είχαμε μία εκ των 3 ομάδων μας, η οποία κατάφερε να διακριθεί ανάμεσα σε 700 περίπου projects από όλον τον κόσμο και να πάρει μία από τις 5 πρώτες θέσεις στην κατηγορία Best Mission Concept.
We have a mandate from the White House to spur innovation through our data. So SpaceX is our way to give our data wrapped in the context of a challenge and let citizens come in and create innovation from it. So that's what SpaceX is all about, is to give all of you a chance to come with us and use our data, create something awesome.
Η ομάδα της ArachnoBeeA, αφού κέρδισε τον διεθνή διαγωνισμό, της εδόθηκε από τη NASA πρόσκληση για να παρευρεθεί σε εκτόσευση το Δεκέμβριο του 2015. Το ζήτημα ήταν ότι η NASA μέσα στο βραβείο δεν προέβλεπε ούτε κάλυψη των εξόδων των μεταφορικών, ούτε διαμονές, ούτε κάποιου άλλου είδους χρηματική βοήθεια.
Ο οργανισμός κινήθηκε άμεσα και έφερε μέσα θεσμικούς συνεργάτες τους, όπως η ΣΥΤΑ, ο Οργανισμός Νεολαίας Κύπρου, και στηρίξαμε ακόμη περισσότερο αυτή την ομάδα για να πάμε μια σωστή αντιπροσώπευση, έναν delegation στην Αμερική. Και διοργανώσαμε το press conference στην ΣΥΤΑ. Ήρθαν πρέσβεις από όλες τις χώρες οι οποίες τα μέλη έχουν εθνότητα και σκοπός ήταν να μάθει η κυπριακή κοινωνία για την επιτυχία αυτή, αλλά σημαντικότερο να ξεπροβοδίσουμε τα παιδιά αυτά για να πάνε στο ταξίδι εκπροσώπησης μας στην NASA.
Space technology can be applied in telecommunications, in television, weather forecasts, even financial services. And these are things that we take as granted nowadays, but actually by using the space technology, they can be enhanced even more. So I think it is great that we have this kind of teams. It is great that as a country, basically as a ministry, we do give the necessary importance to this industry.
I invite to the stage our team ArachnoBeeA to present their work.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our team. As you can see, we have a team of 10 amazing people, consisted of, from young enthusiasts to seasoned professionals. We have skills in many different areas of science and engineering, which made our team amazingly flexible and multidisciplinary.
We found elegant solutions that will allow for this solution, for this system, to be a much more than just a helper that will transport stuff. So we also gave NASA a solution to be able to track the astronauts inside the spacecraft. We gave them solution for inventorying everything on the space station. We told them, for example, if you have a small object that you need to track where it is, you can put a small RFID sticker on it, so you can detect if a certain object goes from one compartment into the other. So that was also one of the parts of solution that we gave them. And by dividing all this to sub-problems, I think that's what they really liked, and that's why they actually gave us this award. There was a lot of press coverage, all the papers, electronic ones, the papers in paper format, televisions, radio stations, they covered this, and I was amazed.
I da ne stajemo na ovome, pošto imamo razne ambicije.
Sada govorimo...
Pa ja bih nastavio da radim na ovom projektu.
Žestoka konkurencija, to znamo, 133.
It pays off to be the best. You get to stay in an amazing place like this.
I think this one here is Caesar's Palace. That over there is a copy of Eiffel Tower. Bathtub, a shower. Very, very nice. This is Yurii. Hi. And this is the living room. It looks amazingly cozy. And this is where the guys are. Hey! I'm filming to show how amazing the hotel rooms were.
And the people in it.
And come on, people in it are even more amazing. They should have put us in the presidential suite.
During this trip, it was like a combination of two wins. First of all, I visit NASA, which is great benefit, and second of all, I had the opportunity to see USA like a country.
It is understatement to say that this is huge.
Oh my God, I just pissed myself.
I went to the conference that World Technology Network organized. We were actually nominated and I was the only representative. There were some other people who were engaged in space, in other space challenges, also some people from NASA, from European Space Agency. So they kind of heard what we were doing and got a chance to see that in the background.
It's our first time launching our enhanced Cygnus, which enables us to carry a lot more cargo to the ISS, over 50% more than our previous missions. And it's our first time launching on an Atlas V. All that work is behind us. We're very confident in the mission. And it's really most important for us to get back to delivering cargo. That's what NASA expects us to do, requires us to do, but most importantly, it's what the crew needs us to do. And so we're excited about getting back to that business.
Do you expect to have any delays for the launch?
Right now, the satellite is healthy. The launch vehicle is healthy. We're watching the weather. The latest weather brief is we have a 60% chance of good weather for the launch tomorrow. So we're optimistic that we'll be able to get off the pad tomorrow and arrive at the ISS on Sunday morning.
Cross your fingers. Explosions. And the last.
Yeah, Atlantis.
Atlantis, come on. We're gonna. Can we have a short picture with a shiny eye?
I drink all the time. They're far.
Front and back. We enter the atmosphere.
Special effects.
We did an experiment, see how safe it actually is.
This part's all stitched by hand because our call out for that was steaming. So the only thing that we have right here, if we have a right here, within a couple of 100 miles.
You know, they've been pulling off because they were damaged. You know, but they're purposely
ground material is the glue they use to put reflectors in here. But they only look reflected mirror-like in the visible. In the infrared, they look flat.
Ο οργανισμός πήγε στο Canaveral για να στηρίξει τη ομάδα ArachnoBeeA, αλλά θα ήταν άτομο αν δεν αξιοποιούσαμε το παγκόσμιο δίκτυο του οργανισμού και να οργανώσουμε κάποιες συναντήσεις στην Αμερική για να βοηθήσουμε το μέλλον του οργανισμού και του τομέα στην Κύπρο. Μία από αυτές τις συναντήσεις ήταν με τον director του Onboard της NASA και είχαμε μία συνάντηση τόσο εμείς σαν στελέχη του οργανισμού, όσο και ολόκληρη ομάδα ArachnoBeeA.
We were founded in January of 2013 to provide cost-effective, rapid mission solutions for NASA and commercial space missions. And our approach is back to the early days of NASA, where it was more hands-on, where people, engineers, technicians, scientists had hands-on equipment, and they would fabricate things and test things and even break things, because that's how you learn the limits of materials and other kinds of technology, is to break them. And that's how you improve them for the next generation of equipment. The type of research here, in 2 words, space resources. That's what we do here. We want to find the resources, extract them, use them. We have a belief that there is on the order of 1 billion times more resources in the solar system that are on our tiny planet. And we just need to go get them. And we handpicked people, the cream of the crop, the best of the best, to come here, a mix of engineers and scientists and technicians, because they look at the world differently. Engineers want to build things that last. So they refer to specs, specifications, standards. Scientists want to make new specifications and standards and improve things, and those approaches conflict sometimes. And it's interesting dialogue to have both types of people, and then the technician type people tell you how you can really do it, how you can actually fabricate something.
Όπως καταλαβαίνετε, δεν σε φωνάζουν συχνά να πάεις να δεις τα εργαστήρια ή τα facilities της NASA. Για μένα ήταν εξωπραγματικό, πράγματα που μπορεί να μην μπορέσω να ξαναδώ στη ζωή μου. Επίσης, κόσμο που γνώρισα που δεν πιστεύω να υπήρξε περίπτωση να γνωρίζω αν δεν περνούσαμε σε αυτήν τη διαδικασία. Γενικότερα, το αποτέλεσμα προς εμένα ήταν θετικό. Είδαμε και άλλους ορίζοντες, άλλα πράγματα τα οποία μπορούμε να σκεφτούμε και για το μέλλον. Και γενικότερα, μια αναγνώριση η οποία έρχεται αν πετύχεις κάτι καλό.
You're right on the orbiter, and you would be right on the Apollo capsules.
Okay.
What on the next generation capsule? I don't know.
You know what was, I think, one of the best highlights of the trip? Being there with friends, and with them talking to the fellow engineers from NASA. And actually, at one point, one of them told us, "Oh, you know, I didn't know that actually you have really brilliant engineers." And for me, and I saw a couple of the faces of team members, I saw this really nice smile. It was like, okay, we showed that we are really good.
Ταυτόχρονα είχαμε και συνεργασία με την κύρια διοργανώτρια του οργανισμού Space Apps, η Beth, που είναι από τα headquarters της NASA στην Ουάσιγκτον, και μιλήσαμε για διάφορα θέματα. Μιλήσαμε συγκεκριμένα για το ρόλο των γυναικών ή των κοριτσιών στους διαγωνισμούς και στην καινοτομία. Και εξήγησα στην Beth ότι και σαν οργανισμός, στις δράσεις που έχουμε στα σχολεία, προσπαθούμε πάντα να δείξουμε στις κοπέλες ότι μπορούν μπορούν να ξεχωρίσουν και να βγουν από αυτό το κουτί που η κοινωνία θέλει τις κοπέλες να μην ασχολούνται με την τεχνολογία.
The reason why women are not involved more in the IT, in the engineering, is because they do not feel comfortable and might have the feeling of inferiority, which shouldn't be the case, because all of us can do whatever we feel comfortable with and whatever we learn on, so we can enhance ourselves.
20% to 25% of women that engage with space apps internationally, we really want to change that. We want to see 50% or more, because we know that women are better problem solvers than our male colleagues. Gotta say it, we just are. We think differently, so we want you to come and help us be better at problem solving, and we want to show up your male colleagues. So we want you to be better than them. Just come along, you've got to start by participating, so we want to see you with us.
Πρέπει να έρθουν, να μπουν μέσα σε ομάδες, να δώσουν τη δική τους οπτική πλευρά, τη δική τους οπτική γωνία σε ένα project και να συνεργαστούν με τους αντίστοιχους διαγωνιζόμενους του ανδρικού φύλου.
And it's a matter of communication between. It's like in a relationship you need two people who not only communicate, it's like exchange ideas and improve themselves. So that's what we need, better communication.
I'm gonna pop some tags.
Right, who's ready for lunch?
They were trying to make it like fun and doing all the things with cheering. Let's go, let's have some fun. Then we're gonna have some fun time watching the launch. So we kind of went with the flow, even though the day wasn't promising weather-wise. So we were kind of speculating whether we're gonna see or not.
did not expect they would be so big, really. So when I came to these rockets, engines, I was surprised about the sizes, because on TV it looks a little bit smaller.
We're about 52 minutes away from the opening of a 30-minute launch window for the liftoff of orbital ATK CRS-4. We're currently in a no-go weather situation, and 45th Weather Squadron forecaster Clay Flynn is predicting only a 10% possibility of the launch commit criteria being in our favor today.
I know, but like I said, flying anything, you're going into space, it's a dangerous business. And every astronaut that's ever been an astronaut knows that. And even now, even with those two accidents, and you still have hundreds, if not thousands of people, probably thousands of people applying to be astronauts every year.
All right, we have the International Space Apps Global winner.
Status check to proceed with terminal count. Atlas systems, propulsion.
Go.
Hydraulics.
Go.
Pneumatics.
Go.
LO2.
Go.
Water.
Go.
Centaur systems, propulsion.
Go.
Pneumatics.
Go.
LO2.
Go.
LH2.
Go.
HASGAS.
Go.
Electrical systems, airborne.
Go.
Ground.
Go.
Facility.
Go.
RFFTS.
Go.
Flight control.
Go.
Instrumentation.
Go.
COM.
Go.
Timer.
Go.
GCQ.
Go.
Umbilicals.
Go.
ECS.
Go.
Red line monitor. Go. Quality.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. On the shoulders of Atlas, the SS Deke Slayton II orbital ATK Cygnus spacecraft soars toward the International Space Station.
Fuse gun closer control.
The launch. Too bad we didn't see it. I really wanted to see how does it look. It probably would have created a lot of smoke, and then you just see a small point, because you remember we weren't that close, so we would have probably seen that small point and a lot of smoke just going up the sky. It would have been amazing, I'm pretty sure, but we weren't lucky.
Θεωρούμε ότι ήταν ένα βήμα το συγκεκριμένο ταξίδι, το οποίο είναι να μας βοηθήσει στο μέλλον και σαν οργανισμός για να βοηθήσουμε άλλες ομάδες, άλλους ανθρώπους να προχωρήσουν, αλλά και τους ArachnoBeeA's συγκεκριμένα, για να μπορέσουν να υλοποιήσουν τα τρελά σχέδια που έχουν στο μυαλό τους, τέλος πάντων, σε ό,τι αφορά την έρευνα διαστήματος.
We didn't finish the model 100%. For that, it takes a lot more money and a lot more time and a lot more research.
We thought we would pursue space usage and space purposes, so the whole project is based on that. We also had ideas of commercial use someday and somewhere, but still we've not decided.
Πιστεύω ότι το δικό μας το project μπορεί να είναι εν μέρει success, διότι δεν καταφέραμε να προχωρήσουμε το project στην κατασκευή του και να το κάνουμε σε εφαρμογή στην NASA ή σε οτιδήποτε έργο plans έχουν. Όμως πιστεύω ότι αν υπήρχε λίγο περισσότερο ενδιαφέρον από πλευράς τους, θα μπορούσαμε να έχουμε έναν full success story.
So we're also trying to create this infusion of those ideas back into NASA, and that's really right now a very manual labor process, because we have to have our technical engineers take a look at each project. But we're doing that, we're trying to kind of facilitate that, making sure that every project that's created around NASA's data and space apps gets looked at very closely at NASA. So over the long run, in the next 5 or 10 years, hopefully we'll see more and more of the ideas really brought into NASA, and we'll see fruition of how they're maybe going to space at some point. A little bit harder to do, but we're definitely working on that.
To tell you some interesting insights, we read some news about NASA that they want to develop something similar to us to help the astronauts during the Mars trips. So they're actually looking into this idea. Okay, they didn't contact us, they didn't say anything, but we saw that they have the same idea as we did after the competition.
Yeah, imagine saying to your grandchildren or grandchildren, I don't know, maybe we make it like 90, 100 years. Imagine saying, oh, look, your grandfather worked on that. Would have been actually a really cool story.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I would love to get involved in new challenge. Not only had I seen America and experienced different things, it's just that I pushed my boundaries and saw something I would have never seen if it wasn't us who took the challenge and the chance to represent ourselves. I wouldn't have met the people from different industries, I wouldn't have discussed things, I wouldn't have learned so many things, I wouldn't have traveled so far, I wouldn't have upgraded myself, I wouldn't have changed my life perspective. It's because of these things. And when you leave your comfort zone, they say miracles happen.
Είναι πολύ εύκολο να έχεις μια ιδέα, δύσκολο να την εφαρμόσεις και πάρα πολύ δύσκολο να την αποδείξεις, όμως όχι αδύνατο. Και για το μέλλον μπορώ να πω ότι θέλω να ενθαρρύνω τον κόσμο να ασχολείται περισσότερο και υπάρχουν σχέδια πάρα πολλά τα οποία μπορούν να βοηθήσουν τους νέους.
If you want to develop yourself like professional, you should take part in such kind of competition. You should communicate with people, you should compare yourself to these people and see how you can increase your skills and your abilities.
Στο τέλος της ημέρας, το τι αποκομίζεις είναι η γνώση, η εμπειρία, η τριβή με τα άτομα και η ευχαρίστηση το να δημιουργήσεις κάτι στο τέλος της ημέρας.
If you enjoy this kind of work and you like to push your limits and see what you can achieve in a short period, you have only to win. Even if you don't win, you still win experience and you meet people and you get a lot of knowledge doing this.
Everyone who competes in stuff like this, NASA might end up with these smart, nice ideas, implementing them, incorporating them into something else, and you would be doing a favor to humanity. There is no better thing than that.
The STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, it's difficult, it's a challenge. And I tell young people, hang in there, get that education. Once you have it, maybe you do work on a space program, or maybe you work on other products that need the same kind of skills: electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, physics, electronics, software. These are space skills, but they're also other kind of industry skills that are valuable.
Ο οργανισμός δείχνει με τις δράσεις του σε όλα τα επίπεδα, από την παιδεία, την προώθηση, την έρευνα, την ανάπτυξη της βιομηχανίας, τις διεθνείς σχέσεις, ότι πρέπει να μπούμε δυναμικά σε αυτόν τον τομέα. Έχουμε δείξει τόσες επιτυχίες που κάνουν τον τόπο περήφανο και δημιουργήσαμε role models για την νεολαία, εξού και έρχονται τα παιδιά, διαγωνίζονται και βλέπουμε τις επιτυχίες που μας αφήνουν τόσο ευχαριστημένους, τόσο περήφανους, όχι μόνο εμάς, αλλά και ολόκληρο τον τόπο. Ο οργανισμός μόλις πρωτοειδρύθηκε, έβαλε πρώτη στο στόχο η Κύπρος να γίνει μέλος του Ευρωπαϊκού Οργανισμού Διαστήματος, του ΕΣΑ. Πολύ σημαντικό αυτό. Για να αξιοποιηθούν τα ταλέντα, για να αξιοποιηθούν τεχνολογίες, για να προχωρήσει ο τόπος μπροστά, στον τομέα αυτό της τεχνολογίας. Και σε συνεργασία με φίλους του οργανισμού ανά το παγκόσμιο, γράψαμε μια μεγάλη μελέτη που εξηγά τα ωφέλη και τους λόγους που πρέπει να είμαστε μέρος αυτού του Ευρωπαϊκού Οργανισμού Διαστήματος. Και ευχαριστώ και συγχαίρω τον Υπουργό Συγκοινωνιών και Έργων, Μάριο Δημητριάδη, που πίστεψε σε αυτό το στόχο του οργανισμού και έκανε αυτό που έπρεπε να γίνει. Να το θέση στο Υπουργικό Συμβούλιο και η Κύπρος να είναι σήμερα στην πορεία να γίνει πλήρες μέλος του Ευρωπαϊκού Οργανισμού Διαστήματος.
Ελπίζουμε ότι τούτη η ιδεολογία θα την ενστερνιστούν περισσότερος κόσμος, έτσι ώστε να συμμετέχουν για να μπορέσουμε να δημιουργήσουμε αξιόλογα projects για την Κύπρο με προοπτική και να έχουμε αντίστοιχες επιτυχίες όπως είναι η επιτυχία του ArachnoBeeA που είχαμε για το 2015.
That's it. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. Bye.